And so we were talking on the one side about trying to use technology to control the external world. Then we were talking about trying to control human beings in the external world. And in both cases, I come to the conclusion, it's not working. So there's now only one thing again that remains. Because apparently the stress and the worries and the fear, it arises somewhere. And that somewhere is individually always inside oneself. And this is that paradox part sometimes about this world, that you know when you are sad, the sadness sits inside of you. When you worry about something, it's your worry. Other people around you maybe see the issue too, but they don't worry. You worry. But nevertheless, we try to fix this issue. We try to look for the solution. Yeah, not inside of you. You try to find it out there. And this is what I think is a little bit this idea that, at least in our tradition, why we think this self-reflection is a very helpful method, let's say, in order to really reflect about yourself. Think, look inside yourself. Because all of these things, all of these emotional states, they all take place inside of you. So if you want to adjust something about the way how you feel, the way how we feel, it's inside of us that we need to find the right points to trigger inside of me. Because yeah, there's that really nice saying, yeah? If there is something that you can to 100% adjust and control in this life, it can only be yourself. If there is something which is 100% in your control, it must be yourself. What else should it be? And so, if you think there is a possibility to master something, to take responsibility of something, then I think it must be related first of all to your being. And therefore, yes, we talk about internal world, external world, but you know, it is so close related with each other that ultimately, you know, you can't live in only one of these. Let's put it like this. In the way how we talk, we say there's the internal world, there's the external world. The external causes me stress, so maybe some people now might think, yeah, and the one from Shaolin, he said, so you should take care of the internal, meaning not taking care of the external. This is not what I said. I said, also look here from time to time. But ultimately, it is impossible to even separate those two from another. Because whether something is internal or external only depends on where you are placing, let's say, the mind. Because while I'm sitting here, I can try and figure out what type of emotional state am I in right now. Yeah? So it means while I'm looking at you, while we drink tea, I can still with my mind actually do something else. You see? So be inside of me. But still, our conversation is going on. At the same time, it can also mean that inside something is cultivating, I just don't pay attention to it. Instead, I pay more attention to the outside. I pay more attention to how the tea tastes. So that means it still is always there. Internal, external, it still is there all the time. It's just that we as humans have this ability to sometimes switch, to sometimes pay attention. Okay, now you want to pay attention to the external a little bit more, okay, do it. Sometimes then but return back. Now the external, you let it stand still, you move internally. And then you find the balance. That what you have on the inside reflects one-on-one on the outside. Because then there is no internal and external anymore. There is just that one state of being. You're not switching worlds anymore. It's just that one type of, let's say, experience. And this is something that can be practiced. But in order to connect, you first must know what is there existing that can be connected. And that is an external world and an internal world.